What's going on, everyone? Chase here, and today I want to talk about the infinite lead glitch that we've been using in our company to land thousands and thousands of leads every single day. I'm going to show you how to get set up with this, even if you're a complete beginner and you've never got a single lead or a sale yet online. I want to show you how you can do this starting today. So check it out. This is an inbox full of, I don't know, let's see, close to 1,000 leads. We made this Gmail or this G Suite account, what was it, yesterday. So about 12 hours ago, and we already have close to 1,000 leads. And these leads are asking us to help them with a service that we're offering, a lead generation service. Now, the way we're doing that is we're using contact forms like these to send out messages to website owners, and we're pitching a service. Now, the cool thing about this is you can use this in a niche. You can use it to sell pretty much anything you want. If you want to sell products, you want to sell services, you want to sell anything, you can use this system for that. So I want to show you how to get started with this, and I'm going to show you the tools we're going to need. Everything I'm going to talk about is going to be in links in the description of this video. So if you're confused, you can always reference the links in the description of this video. Also, I want to mention that we have a setup service for this. If you'd like to check it out, you can check it out at thebestemailtool.com. and you can go grab the full system. I'll basically go and set this up for you, and you can have your own servers running just like this. Okay. So anyways, go check it out if you want. No pressure. We don't have a lot of spots anyways. So if you can't jump in, not a big deal. Anyways, let's talk about what we got to do to get set up. So first thing we're going to do is we need to set up some of these robots. Now, what are these robots? These robots run on a tool called GSA. And what GSA is it's a tool that allows us to send contact forms. Now, you can use GSA on your own computer. I wouldn't recommend it, though, because it will bog your computer down. I would run this on a private server. So we're using a remote desktop connection, and we can actually remote desktop into computers in other areas. And that way, we're not running this on our actual computer and taking up all the resources. Now, the way the tool runs, it's actually pretty straightforward. Once you have it on either your computer or a private server, all you have to do is scrape for your own contact forms, or you can actually buy pre-made lists. Now, if you want to scrape your own contact forms, just know that to get about 1 million contact forms, it'll probably take you a couple weeks. Whereas if you buy pre-made lists, there's actually people that make these lists as a service, which I will link to again in the description of this video. You can go buy the pre-made list, but you can buy anywhere from 2 million to 14 million contact forms. And you're usually looking to spend around $100 to $200 per 1 to 2 million contact forms. Now, the cool thing about these contact forms, though, is they take like 3 months to get. So the guy that actually does this, he run servers that are constantly checking for contact forms, and it takes him about 3 months to get around 14 million contacts. Okay. So I'll show you, I have this big list here. It's about 13 or 14 million contact forms, and I paid about $1,000 to get this. Now, you don't have to have that many contact forms starting out. If you just wanted to send 1 million messages a day, you could start with like $100. But again, it's completely up to you. If you don't want to do that, you could go and, just go scrape your own keywords. But here's the way that you start sending messages. Once you get into the tool and you either load up some forms or you start scraping for your own forms, what you're going to do is you're just going to put in your message of whatever you're offering. So before you do this, though, I do recommend that you get some sort of burner Gmail or G Suite account, preferably a G Suite account, especially if you want to automate the back-end follow-up, which is what we'll talk about in a second. But all these leads that are going to be coming in, let me just show you here. If I double click on this, go to submit content, and I go to email or subject or message. If I go to message here, you could see it says, "Hi, I'm doing a free lead generation service. I'd like to send you some leads. Would you be interested?" Right? And then I'm going to put whatever my email is. And then when I click send, all of these contact forms are going to reference that email, right? Because we're sending all these messages through websites' contact pages. Now, you can see here, look how fast I'm sending. These are all messages that are being sent now. Now, you can do the same thing, but again, before you do that, you want to have an alternate Gmail, because when you get set up with your Gmail or with whatever your regular email is, when you start sending to that, it's going to fill up like crazy with auto responses. So this is what it's going to look like. You can see 13,000, basically 13,000 auto responses here, right? Now, one of the cool things about Gmail, though, is that if you go to settings, see all settings, and then labels or inbox, you can click on show markers, and then you can see here it says Gmail analyzes your new incoming messages to predict what's important, and Gmail basically auto sorts your leads. So now if I go into the search inbox and I do is important, I get all of the actual leads here. Now here's what's even cooler than this, though. If you get set up with a G Suite, you can actually API into Gmail, meaning that I can use a tool like Make, which will automatically take these leads and it will shove them into a CRM, because we don't want to respond to all these leads inside of Gmail itself, because Gmail is going to basically get mad at us for trying to send out a bunch of messages. So we would use a tool like Make here. And again, I'll leave links to everything I talk about in here. But inside Make, what I can do is I can go to scenarios. I can go to this scenario here. And then inside of this scenario, basically what we're doing is we're creating a filter inside of Gmail. We're adding our Gmail. And again, this is only going to work if you have a G Suite account. So it is important that you get a G Suite. But you can see here, the query says is important, is unread, has no attachment because we have a minus, and doesn't have the word thanks because that's usually just the auto responses. And then we can do up to 50 of these per result. Now, when I connect this to High Level, I can assign a contact inside of High Level, right? So watch this. If I run this here, what's going to happen is it's going to take 50 leads out of my Gmail inbox, like I just showed you in here. So right now we can see we have 743. It's going to take 50 of those, and it's going to mark them all as red, and it's going to basically pass those 50 leads into High Level as a new lead. So if I go into Go High Level and I log in, sorry, I'm a little sick still. What we're seeing inside High Level here is all these contacts being imported, right? So here's all the contacts coming in. Now, if I go into High Level, I can set up an automation workflow where I can set up a condition where if any of the emails contain yes, okay, sure, what, interested, it will go and send them an email. And then the email can be a video demoing whatever I'm, pitching, right? So the whole idea with this flow is that we're trying to take a contact form, generate some interest off that contact form, get a yes or, an interested, whatever. And then what we're doing is we're sorting those into new leads, new contacts and leads into High Level. And then we're using an autoresponder to send them more information on getting started, and then we can pitch them on our service. Now, the cool thing about this is we can actually go deeper down the rabbit hole, and we can use ChatGPT to actually respond and close these people or book a call as well. But for the moment, if you just do something simple like this, you will get a lot of people that want to work with you just with this simple system. And by simple, I mean it's a little complex, but when you have it set up, you'd be surprised how easy it is to maintain. It's just the initial setup that's difficult. But here's some of the leads coming in. Is it free? I am interested. Thank you. I'll take a look. Can you explain a requirement? So then I just go in here and then I get on the phone with them and I basically walk them through it. Or I send them to somebody that wants to get on the phone with them if I don't feel like getting on the phone. So let me run this scenario with a little bit less data because sometimes this does hang every now and then. But that's kind of like the basics to the system. If you want a way to basically auto generate leads that you can import into something like High Level or some sort of CRM. You can see these all just got imported. And then what's going to happen is if I go into High Level, we're going to see the emails. I can go to statistics, view all stats, and check this out. Here we go. 382 messages delivered, 42% open, 12% clicked, 5% replied. So these are actually really, really good metrics for email. And it's because we're dealing with people that have already said yes, they're already interested in our service. So again, let me just walk you through really quick how you would set this up yourself if you wanted to do it yourself. So ideally, you would go to my YouTube channel and you'd start watching my previous videos because I do show you this setup. It's going to take a little bit of time to learn this. I spent about 10 grand in about 2 months learning this, and I'm still learning it pretty much every day.